show for you tonight. This next artist, oh my goodness, first of all, her voice is probably one of the most unique voices in modern music today. She's just done so much with her music in the last couple of years, that she's made such a name for herself that the minute you hear her name, you're like, yes, that is music. Please welcome for the very first time to TKIF, Miss Chrisette Michele.
That was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Thank you.
First of all, Chrisette, I feel like I know a lot about you, but in preparation for the interview, I always do research. And all the interviews, I'm like, wow, Chrisette is so revealing. So what is she gonna tell us?
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations on the new video. Love the new video. Love the new song. First of all, a couple of forevers. I can't pronounce.
Thank you.
I can't pronounce myself tonight. But it's Friday night, so slurring is fine.
That's right.
First of all, can you tell everybody a little bit about the concept for the new video?
You know what? I always try to have a friend in every one of my videos. Somebody who I really know well and who you can read the chemistry right off the TV screen or computer screen, wherever you're watching it from. So I joined up with my close friend whose stage name is Guitar Slayer. He also performs with me in my band called the Rap Pack 3013 around the country and the world. So we came together and just did some love scenes, really simple, really easy, picnicking, riding bikes, laughing, and it was about falling in love, being sweet, and loving each other forever.
Most definitely, and you definitely get that vibe from the video and the song. Can you just tell us about this song? How did this song come about, and why did you guys decide, you know what, this is going to be the first official song from the new album?
I'm so ready to be happy. I'm ready to be healed. I'm ready to be better. And I wanted people to know that right away this time. I didn't want to ease my way into the concept of the album like I've done before. This time I wanted to let people know that I am love right now. I've been through a lot of breakups, and you heard about those in my last album.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of not bitter anymore, which I was. I'm better. So.
You know, we've been waiting for the album Better for a long time. What's been the process in trying to get this album to us?
Well, Def Jam and Motown revived the Motown branch of Universal.
Yes.
And so I was recently, along with Neo and a couple of others, a part of the new face of Motown. And so that was part of the waiting process. The album has been recorded since last October.
Wow.
And when I say last, I mean the October, what was that, 5 months ago. So we've kind of been ready to roll for quite some time now. It's just been a process of marketing and kind of putting things together. So what I ended up doing was leaving the country, going and hang out in Europe. I went to Brussels and Amsterdam and London and Paris and put out a mixtape because I just felt like I needed to share something with everybody.
What did you discover during your travels? I mean, because those are some really great places.
Myself. What's funny is a lot of times when you travel around the world, you meet people just like you, and you say, oh my God, it's such a small world. I remembered while I was traveling how small the world was or is, and how there are beautiful, beautiful people everywhere that we go. If we just broaden our horizons, we'll always find love.
Wow. How did the travels influence, let's say, because your fashion, I mean, you've always been someone that's kind of experimented with different looks, but this time around, the fashion and the look has changed in a whole nother direction. How would you describe the new look of Chrisette Michele?
It's so hard for me to not scare people when I change or do something else because I'm constantly playing around with clothing and with hair and everything. I'm usually inspired by traveling or just going through a magazine. It's not incredibly complicated for me to change my outfit as it is for some people. So I just try and hone in on one thing at a time when I do things in public. Right now, it's the color white, it's the color gold, it's the springtimey face, and the androgynous hairstyle that is Grace Jones' face.
Yes, love it. Love it. And
Thank you.
I also noticed that you just started getting tattoos. Can you tell us like why did you start getting tattoos, and how many do you have now?
I've had tattoos for a while,
Mm-hmm.
years actually, but I had never revealed the ones that were on my back
Mm.
until just now. I just recently got like a collage with birds and flowers that says hopeful romantic. And that was kind of the beginning of me saying I'm ready to show people a little bit of a different side of me, a little bit of a edgier side of me. Um, and I think that the reason I was ready to show everybody is because I've been through this 3 times already. I've
Mm-hmm.
shown myself to people 3 times already, and I've realized that it's not that scary. And so, at this point, I've relinquished my idea that people are scary and mean, and I've decided that there are some beautiful people who would love to see the real me.
Most definitely, most definitely. And the new album, if you guys just tuned in, we're here with the incomparable Chrisette Michele. First of all, thank you for taking the time out on a Friday night of all nights to be here.
Sure.
And we know that you're preparing for a tour, the Woman to Woman tour with Keyshia
Hmm.
Cole. Can you tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about the preparation for this tour? Like, what can people expect from a Chrisette Michele tour this time around?
Well, right now I'm in the studio with the band, the Rat Pack 3013, and we're rehearsing. Erskine Hawkins and Guitar Slayer put together an incredible show with me and really just added some electric sounds to the show. So you'll hear like a modern, almost dubstep kind of a twist to some parts of the show,
Mm-hmm.
which is really, really fun. The girls and I are having our dresses made by Nikki Hugh, so I can't wait for you guys to see the white pieces that we'll be wearing, and we're gonna go hard. Rock out like they say sometimes with you know what out. Like we're
Mm-hmm.
just gonna go hard and have a
Yes.
good time on stage.
Most definitely. We're excited. We're excited, excited. First of all, the album Better. I know you told us a little bit about what this album means for you this time around. What are some of the songs on the album that we should be looking out for? And when is the album actually coming out?
I'm excited to share with you the actual title track of the album, Better. One of my favorite songs on the album is called Love Won't Leave Me Out.
Mm.
It's really me having had listened to Mary J. Blige all day one day and then going into the studio and just writing exactly what was on the top of my mind. And at the moment I was saying to myself, you know what, Chrisette, you've been through a lot. Somebody's going to fall in love with you. Even though you've been bruised, even though you've been broken, people fall in love with healed people too. So Love Won't Leave Me Out is one of my favorite songs. It's probably
Mm.
better on the new album.
Wow, that sounds great. First of all, I looked at an interview where it says that you never really get over your exes. Is that still true?
Yeah, I mean, I've had really great boyfriends, like incredible boyfriends. One of my boyfriends loved me so much that he traveled with me around the world for my first tour, sang
Wow.
backup with me. I remember having one show where my voice was shot, and I remember him singing the lead parts on some of my parts where I couldn't sing. So
Wow.
I've had really, really, really loving men in my life, and that comes from having a great father and a really great example.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I never really get over my exes. I don't hate my exes. I'm just not with them because it wasn't the right thing to do for my life. But I've been in love with beautiful people.
Do any of the guys that you've dated in the past get scared that maybe they're going to show up on an album? Have they ever expressed that concern to you?
You said, do you think I...
Do
Say it again, I'm sorry.
I know? Do you think any of the guys that I mean have any of the guys that you dated in the past expressed concern to you that they may show up in a song later on?
So yeah, absolutely. It happens all the time, probably every song that I sing,
Mm.
which is why I stopped singing some songs. I can't sing Goodbye Game anymore, for instance.
Wow.
I get really, really upset when I sing that song. My dad shows up in one called Your Joy. It's really hard for me to sing that song because it's just so emotional. It's really about my dad. It's not an abstract record.
Mm.
So I am very emotionally attached to a lot of my music, and some songs are hard for me to sing.
You know, a lot of artists struggle to get creative freedom, and you know, with the new album Better coming out, um, did you have a lot of creative freedom on this album?
Probably have too much creative freedom over my entire career.
Well, that's
Because to be
good.
honest, when you're a real artist, sometimes you do need somebody to say, okay, don't go that far. Because sometimes you just go off the ledge
Hmm.
um, when you're all creative and not a lot of business. I came into this without a keen business sense. I never realized, oh, this is about being famous. This is about marketing. This is about making money. I
Hmm.
came into it realizing this is about exposing my heart. And that's all that I wanted to do all the time. I'm finally at the more mature place where I understand the balance between art and commerce, art and marketing, art and business, the music business, and I think that that's the smarter place to be. So yes, I do have complete creative freedom on my album, but I've learned how to just say one thing at a time and
Hmm.
be patient and know that God is going to keep me in this as long as I need to be in it to say everything I need to say.
Amen. You know, I play a little bit of a game with you. 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
how give us three words that would have described you 10 years ago, and then give us three words that you would describe yourself today.
Oh, 10 years ago, I was incredibly naive,
Hmm.
um, gullible,
Hmm.
and free.
Hmm.
And now I am aware, um, assertive,
Hmm.
and I'm still free.
What would the Chrisette of today tell the Chrisette of 10 years ago? What would you tell to that young lady back then?
I would tell myself 10 years ago that I'm going to be alive for a long time.
Hmm.
I was always afraid that I wouldn't have enough time to do everything I wanted to do.
Wow.
So I was always in a rush to get to the next thing. But I'm now in this space where, you know, I believe that God's going to keep me here as long as I need to be here to do everything that I need to do.
Most
Um,
definitely.
so
That
patience.
patience is a thing we all struggle with.
Yeah.
If you guys just tuned in, we're here, of course, with Chrisette Michele for the very first time here on TKIF. We're so excited to have you here. First of all, we love playing this game with some of our favorite artists, and we just want you, whatever comes to mind, just say it. Get free with it.
Sure.
uh,
Sure.
love is.
Love is
Hmm.
laughter and forgiveness.
The world needs.
More food for hungry people.
Hmm. I am insecure when.
I'm insecure when. That's a tough one. Uh, uh, I don't know. I'm not very insecure.
You
It's
know,
not really my thing.
that was another question I actually had for you, because one thing that I've noticed from you is that there's this sense of security. Where does that come from?
My mom laughs at everything. So if you make a mistake, she finds something funny about it, and we laugh hysterically often. I know that I'm human. I'm incredibly aware of that, and I'm not ashamed of it because there are millions of other humans in the world. So everything I've done that was wrong or incorrect or a mistake somebody else has done. So I don't really feel a need to be embarrassed or
Mm.
uncomfortable about being human.
My favorite place to write songs is
The airplane.
really.
Yeah, I write most of my songs in airplanes for some reason.
That's great. My biggest inspiration is
Biggest inspiration. You know, truth be told, Erica Badu is probably my biggest inspiration.
really. Why is that?
Yeah, she's always been super free. Uh, she never did what anybody else was doing,
Hmm.
and her evolution has been completely honest and completely natural from what we know and what we see. And I
Hmm.
just love that about her.
Yeah. The person I want to be most proud of me is.
My mom.
No. You have a special
Yeah,
relationship with your mom, huh?
yeah. She's very typical. If you watch any black movie, she's the black mother in the movie. So she's the one who everybody wants her to like them and approve of them.
My favorite lyric of my own is,
It's my time to find the best of me.
yes, I
Yeah.
like that. What makes me mad is,
What makes me mad is excuses. I don't like them. They aggravate me.
me
Just
too.
say you messed up. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, my bad. Don't tell me, oh, because, and then it's not. No. Just you messed up. I forgive you. Let's keep it moving. I don't want to hear excuses.
Most definitely. Chrisette, this is a question I haven't asked in a very long time. It was a question I always would ask everyone. I said, let me bring it back because I think it's a great question because it kind of turns the table on the artist. I'm sure you receive all kinds of questions in interviews, but what is one question that you've never been asked but you wish someone would ask?
Do they really make you do that? Because people think that there is this group of fays that make me do everything, and it is the most annoying, aggravating question. And I don't get angry easily, but it hurts my feelings to think that people think that I am so dumb that I would allow a group of people to make me into a puppet or to make me do things. I don't sell millions and millions and millions of records. So it should be obvious that I'm not trying to do something to sell more records. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing I do is gimmicky. So why would people think that there's a group of fays telling me, of all artists, what to do? That's annoying. No, there are no days.
Krista, anytime we have singers come here in the show, we ask them to sing a little something for us. Can you sing a little something for us?
Can I? What's something? I'm sorry.
Sing a little something for us.
Oh, sing. You said sing a little something?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Let me see. What's in this song? A couple of forever. A couple of forever. I'm the only one. You're the only one. Together forever. Oh, I'm talking about forever. Just a couple of forever.
Yes.
I'm the only one. You're the only one. Together forever. Never, never.
Krista, first of all, how do you preserve your voice?
How do I preserve it?
Yeah.
What really helps when I'm on tour, and I'm most strict with my eating when I'm on tour, is like not having milk and not having dairy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
And just staying on the treadmill or the elliptical so that I can breathe while moving really, really fast because I'm very high energy on stage. So just staying kind of like in shape in my midsection area is important for my voice.
Most definitely. Chrisette, first of all, the Better album, when's it coming again?
All right, so it's been pushed back. You know how that goes.
Oh, it is what
and
it
I'm
is.
sick about it. Don't make me put out another mixtape. You know what I mean? But it's coming out on June 11th.
Okay.
And I'm super excited about it. For a summer release, I just really feel like this is a summertime kind of a record, a spring, summer kind of a record.
Okay.
It's not cold like the winter or fall.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a beautiful time for this music.
And your real fans are going to wait for that album. We're excited for you, and we look forward to the new album, Better, June 11th. Chrisette Michele here on TKIF Kempire Radio. Chrisette, please come back to the show. We're so excited for the new album.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Most definitely. We're going to jump into the actual single, A Couple of Forevers, here on Kempire Radio's TKIF. Thank Campus Friday.